If you are the head, it means that you must have vision, because that's where the eyes are. You must have vision. If you say a woman should follow you, interestingly, this morning I was listening to a message, and the person preaching was saying that the word help meet actually means, in the original translation, it means in answer to. So God saw a problem and created an answer to that problem. So the woman is actually created to be an answer to something. But to what? You are the one that should have the vision that will let us know that she's answering something. The first couple of years of our marriage, I understood the word submission not only to mean say yes to everything your husband says. I understood that submission means that you make your own life a submission to his mission. So when I came on board, the first thing I asked Pastor K was, what do you want to do? Because I know that you pastor, but there has to be more inside of you. There has to be something, what's burning inside you that you've not been able to share with other people. What do you want to do? Because I have to make it a submission of my life. It has to be a part of the mission that I was created to achieve. I have to find a way to merge it. And so he said to me, many things. I believe I'm called to travel over the world, to take this message, blah, blah, blah. He told me a lot of things. And I had to sit down and say, okay, so how do we break this down? Because I find it very amusing when you have a man that has a large vision and all you do is complain about that vision. So I understood that my assignment was a sub-assignment to his. So I asked him, what do you want to do? He said, I want to be on TV. I want to take this word everywhere. We'll go on TV. We'll do books. We'll do this. For years, that was my assignment. Not that I did not have personal dreams, but I understood that when God is sending you, you must sometimes first put your own personal will and desires aside and fulfill the first assignment in front of you. Then it makes your own easier. When I was doing this, don't make no mistake. People said all kinds of things to me. Well, if you're carrying only his dream, what about your own dream? Did you go to university to be following man up and down carrying his own dream? Today, when they say Pastor K's wife, sometimes to be honest, I'm not even recognized just because of who I am, but because I'm Pastor K's wife. And this was a dream we built together. When I was laboring behind, nobody knew, nobody saw that. And I was okay with that. And if that was the assignment God gave me for the rest of my life, he knows, him and Pastor K know that I would have been content with it. We're still looking at the head. Do you hear? As the head, you must be able to hear God. Where are we going? What are we doing? Every woman will easily submit to a man who knows where he's going. You say I should enter car. I know the man cannot drive. You say I should submit to his driving. All of us now go to drive that driving. A lot of times, women take the leadership role because the men will not step up. It's not because just women are just up. Women are fixers. How will I sit down when everything is spoiling? That's the real problem. That's why most women get involved. You sit down there, children have not paid school fees, they're at home. They've been at home for 3 months. You are sitting down there. I'm thinking. What are you thinking, sir? You go stand up, That's why women do that, and that's why they get into trouble. Now, I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying that is why they do it. Because a lot of men, I don't know why she can't be patient. She can't be patient because you are not moving like someone that's heard anything. You either tell her to wait, I'm on it. Or you tell her, wait, I'm trying to hear God on the next step. You just be quiet. Doesn't she know I'm thinking? How will she know? Does she read minds? So if you are the head, act like it. Are you hearing? If you are the head, it means that you have a nose. You should be able to perceive and sense what the next move should be. Too many people have entered trouble following a man that cannot perceive. The sons of Issachar, they understood the times and they knew what they ought to do. So you are running because everybody is running. You are jackpotting. Immediately you reach London like this, your marriage is scatter. So many marriages broken because the man could not sense for himself what the season is. He moved before time. If you are the head, act like it. Tell your neighbor, if you are the head, act like it. If you are the head, you have a mouth. You will speak vision. The one thing that I must credit Pastor K for is talking. I can never be in doubt as to what he wants to do because he will talk. He will say it. Sometimes he will not even be talking to me. He will be in the bathroom rehearsing it. Even when he's not clear, he will open his mouth and talk. You see, most men don't understand that your wife is an advantage. Your wife has been given to you to be the answer to. Your wife has been given to you to help and to support and to cover. You must notice where she was taken from. The rib bone covers the heart, the lungs, and protects all your vital organs. That is what the woman is. She's a cover to protect your vital organs. So you marry a wife and just keep her there. You don't use. See, use your wife. Oh, use and wear. They use me. I'm useful. Every part of me is used. There are days I don't even want to answer him because hey, you go answer me, honey. You don't understand? I know I'm a helper because they use my help. Most men are struggling with things that their wives can do. Your wife is a top executive in her office, and you are struggling with this your one-man business. You are struggling. She's solving problems for another person. And you know that's the thing about women. We are created to help. So if you don't allow her help you at home, she will carry her help and go and give her boss in the office. Her boss will be succeeding. You'll be struggling at home. And you say she doesn't respect you. She can't respect you. She can't respect a man who needs help and can't ask for it. And the most important part of you as the head. If you're sitting there, man, tell him if you are the head, act like it. The most important part of the head is the brain. The brain. Do you know the important thing about the brain? Praise God. The most important thing about the brain is not just that it makes decisions. It's that it uses the information that the rest of the body gives it to make decisions. So if, for instance, the hand, which is not part of the head, touches something hot, it sends signal to the brain. The brain knows that that thing is hot, move back. So you as the head that has a brain, you are not utilizing the information from your body. You don't ask your wife, what do you think? If I've heard anything a million times in our marriage, I've heard, honey, what do you think? Honey, what do you think? You know why a lot of women are not doing anything? You say, what does she even do? She's just in my house. She just says, it's because you are not activating that part of her that thinks. Women are like, I don't know a better way to explain it, but women are literally like nursing women. If you pull on them, they will produce more. If you pull on a woman, she will produce more. But you don't want to stress her. She will now hang her hand like this and become stressless and then eventually become useless. And you'll be carrying the burden and complaining. But you trained her, made her that way. Use the signals from your wife to make decisions. And wives, let me tell you, if the brain refuses to make decisions, you know what the body does? It starts burning fever. Fever is not sickness. Fever is a sign that there's something wrong with the body. So the body will now be hot. And I'm saying this because this is one of the things that will save you. Let me tell you why this is so important. Because too many women have misunderstood what submission actually means. They think that submission means that anything my husband says, I will just say yes. Submission is not obedience. I will say that carefully, but I must say it. Submission is not necessarily obedience. It involves obedience, but it is not obedience. Submission is a state, an attitude of yielding or a readiness to yield to someone's authority. Obedience is an action. Obedience is you say I should do this and I will do it. But submission in itself is a willingness and an attitude of respect. You will need it later. It's later you will send me chat now. Pastor M, thank you for that day. I will collect it later. It's okay, you can thank me later. But you will need it. The act of submission itself is an attitude. It's a willingness. It's not everything he says. You are, no. But it also does not mean that everything he says is a yes.